Yo, what up? These knees back. Want to make a video real quick addressing the Dallas Cowboys moving forward. There's a lot of reports that are coming out talking about the Dak friendly offense, and this is not a video. I'm not here to knock Dak Prescott. I just want to talk about where they're going offensively. As far as like I said, the reports coming out talking about Dak friendly offenses and the simplification of these offenses, and basically talk about what that means and what that looks like as far as simplifying the offense. And I want to take you back to 2014, right? And I always go back to 2014. So in 2014, Dallas Cowboys go to the divisional round of the playoffs and lose to the Green Bay Packers, right? What was significant about that year from many years before that, that we didn't have, and that was a running game, right? So that year, DeMarco Murray plays. I think he played 15 games. I think he missed a game for his hand, or he maybe missed a portion of a game. But he runs for 1,600 yards, I believe, somewhere around there. Has an extremely effective year. Takes a load off of Tony Romo, so he doesn't have to. He doesn't feel like he has to win every game with his arm. So the one thing that we did very well that year was time of possession, right? We get up on teams and we just pound the rock, pound the rock, pound the rock. Make teams play from behind. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at the stats and see how many games that we trailed in, but I don't think it was many. Like I said, we did a good job of time of possession, and we put a lot of pressure on opposing defenses and opposing offenses when we get up and score. Fast forward to 2016, Ezekiel Elliott. So in 2014, we were top three in the league in time of possession. 2016 comes, we have Ezekiel Elliott in the same. We have that big offensive line, and they want to pound the rock, pound the rock, pound the rock. Once again, we're top three time of possession because we would get up on teams and we would make those teams play from behind, which is very tough to do, especially if you're not a big name quarterback who can, dissect defenses like Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers. 2017, we're in the top 10, but we're not in the top three. So our time of possession slips quite a bit, and we find ourselves playing from behind. So where we're trying to go with this offense is, and you've seen Dak Prescott come out and say that he wanted to, that basically he feels like that we can win without a number one wide receiver. And I think that we can win without a number one wide receiver, but we have to have a defense that's intact, a defense that causes turnovers, and we have to be able to run the ball. So if we can do that, and we can limit the amount of times that Dak Prescott has to throw the ball, preferably, under 20. If we can keep him 25 and under, 22 and under, throwing the ball, I think we could be we could be very good offensively. And as long as our defense is creating turnovers and giving the offense the ball, we need to keep Ezekiel Elliott healthy, and we've got to have a good backup plan for him just in case something does happen. But if we can be in the top 4 or 5 time of possession, I think that we can have a successful year. I don't know how deep we'll go. I would like to think we could go pretty deep, especially if we can keep Zeke. Zeke is the key to this offense. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We've got to keep him healthy. And we have to have a decent defense, right? We can't have a defense that's out there getting torched every game like we had in the past. They've got to create turnovers, they've got to make tackles, and they've got to get the offensive ball. But if we can get up, which we showed in 2014 and 2016, if we can get up on teams and make them play from behind, I think we can have a very successful year. So that's what they mean when they say simplifying or making a Dak-friendly offense. And like I said, it's not a knock on Dak. He's young. He's inexperienced. This is to help him and to better him. And I think as long as we do that, as long as we put the pieces in place, we can do that. And I think part of that was getting rid of what some people would call divas, like the Dez Bryants or the people that were familiar with how the offense or the system ran before Dak got. So I think that this is a good move by the coaching staff, by Jason Garrett, by Scott Linehan, and I think this is I guess they're trying to win, obviously, because they're doing things to try to put the pieces in places to win. But I think it's also Jason Garrett trying to save his butt, because I think he's definitely on the hot seat. And I think anything short of the playoffs, he should be fired, in my opinion. So yeah, if he can got to stay healthy. That's going to be the key here. We have to stay healthy. And then there was another development I don't think I addressed, which is the David Irving situation. Suspended 4 games for apparently missing a drug test. I commented on Cowboy Legends for Life video that I think it's time to cut him and move on. I love David Irving. I love his story, where he comes from. But how many times is the organization going to play the fool? Like, he knows where he's supposed to be and when he's supposed to be there. We don't need these type of distractions, these preseason distractions that take the focus off of football and make it about something else. We just don't need it. Like I said, I love David Irving, but if they cut him and move down from him, there'd be no sweat off my back. I mean, I wish him luck in the future. I hope he gets his stuff together, but I mean, he's a grown man. These are the distractions that we don't need. Yeah, I mean, don't need distractions at all. Yo, so let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment, subscribe, and hit the like button, and I'll talk to you later.